goes the culture.
I'm pretty sure we're up.
Everything moving. No. Let me go over there.
Okay, so we're on, boys.
We're live?
Yeah, it's live.
What it do?
Welcome to Gaming Pop.
What's up?
We already got our first comment.
Hey, it's lit.
Let's go. I like
What's up, bro?
Okay, let me mute that. So this thing's like 30, probably 25 seconds behind, if that.
What?
The time lapse between when it shoots and when it's actually on the internet.
Oh, okay.
I got it right here.
Bet.
I came prepared today.
All right, well, shouts out Impulse Union, dude.
Thanks for showing up. Welcome to episode 10, the season finale. We're this is gonna be a bit of one. We're really excited. We got my brother, Jalen.
What's up, y'all?
At Cohill. We've got Charles,
You know me.
and you got myself, Jorian. So I mean, do we wait till we got 2 people in here?
I just put the link in my bio.
Okay.
But no,
I'm not tripping.
No,
Let's
we're
get
moving. So what we talking about? This is pretty exciting. It's
Yeah.
season finale for us. We're wrapping season 1. We got Jalen here. We got the co-host
Glad to be here, y'all.
for the big episode. Excited to talk to you about some music and all types of stuff, bro.
No, very much.
I'm excited
I'm still
to
trying
be
to give
here.
you that link.
It's been a long time coming, too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the link?
Yep.
Okay, so we're all good then. All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's get to it.
Hey, well, I appreciate y'all having me on the show. I'll catch y'all next time. It's been a great season 10.
Yeah, hey.
And,
That was it.
catch
Yeah.
y'all
Thanks,
later.
man.
Sure.
Thank you.
Gaming Pop, it's been real.
Okay, here we go.
All right, Impulse Union said when season 2.
Season 2, that's a really good question. We want to take a few weeks off, but in the meantime, we'll still be dropping the review shows.
Mhm.
So we're not exactly sure when we want to pick up the season 2 again, but you will know.
Yeah.
It won't be very long.
Mhm.
We're not going to keep you waiting.
Yeah, the pod's gonna go on a little hiatus for a little bit, and then you'll still keep getting that content with the
Mhm.
reviews. It seems like a lot of people are loving that, so that'll be fun.
I'm excited, dude. Season
I'm
2's gonna
yeah.
be great.
I'm excited. You know, we're wrapping up this little baby, and I'm already low key ready for season 2. So this is
I
gonna
am
be
too.
fun.
I'm excited to see where
I'm
it
ready
goes.
for the long
sure.
naps we're about to get, too.
Yes.
About to get a nice
Yes.
long sleep.
Yes.
Excited about the editing. Probably.
Oh, very much. So, Jalen, what do you do? What do we bring you on for?
So pretty much I run this milk company out of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
What brought you to Wisconsin?
Just the milk, mainly.
Yeah. Guy who loves milk.
Yeah. And the Red Bull there is it's a little bit stronger than what they have here. But no, I make music, bro.
Okay.
You know that obviously. I know I'm kind
Mhm.
of like, yeah. For those of you who don't know, I make music. Some little bedroom R&B, you know, some little
I hear
vibe type
that.
stuff.
With
You know
your
what I'm
music,
saying?
what would you say is like your big inspiration? Like, what is driving you to do it now?
I feel like I make stuff that I like to hear
Mm-hmm.
that I don't hear necessarily. So when
Mhm.
I'm in there, I'm honestly just having fun and just trying to like sing melodies and make melodies that I feel like I don't hear other people make.
Yeah.
You know?
That's not a bad move either.
Mhm.
I like that a lot. We put on our notes that we wanted to talk about how YG's lyrics are getting censored. So you got, how did that go out? He put it basically out a whole track. They came back and censored a bunch of it, and then tried to put it back out with the censorship, right?
Yes. So, for those of you that don't know, a couple weeks ago, I think this happened last week. So, on YG's album My Crazy Life, there's a song called Meet the Flockers, which I think is probably one of the best songs on the album. And in the first like 2 lines in that song, he says he's talking about robbing a house. So he's talking about how to rob a house, and he says you find a Chinese neighborhood because they don't believe in bank accounts. So basically, that line right there, because of all the Asian hate and stuff like that going on right now. So they went into the lyric. They took his whole album down. So they took his whole album down off of streaming services, which is pretty nuts, right?
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, what's going to happen? So they took that track, censored it. They took out that whole Chinese neighborhood line and put the song back on the streaming services. But it's a very slippery slope, because the way I felt about that was like, if you're gonna do this, there's so many other people. Like, let's say R. Kelly, for example, he's got all his music still on there. So why are we gonna pick this dude and be like, all right, get your shit off? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no.
It's very picky choosy. It's a very slippery slope. But how would you feel if somebody was like, we're gonna censor your music? Like, they have the power to take your stuff off or put it on or say, you can't say this, you can't say that.
I don't like the sound of that. I'll tell you first and foremost. It's like, mainly because your music is obviously, to any artist, it's going to be like your artistic expression, right? So, was YG intentionally inciting violence with that lyric?
Yeah.
I honestly don't think so. And it's like, was somebody about to really go do that stuff just because he said that bar in the song?
Yeah.
Or / on the opposite side of that, are they not going to go do those things because that bar of the song is gone? It's like, I feel like that's making more of that lyric than it actually meant to be, and it's like, I feel like that's just kind of censorship of art, which is like the last thing that should get censored.
And it's just making more of that conflict and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just like artist versus like industry, and I think it blurs that line too, because it's like, if we continue to let them like censor music and stuff, how long until they're literally censoring complete sentences? Because that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's what they did.
You know, it's not just a curse word anymore. It's a whole I blank blank blank. Now it's completely gone from your track.
Yeah, and then they that original, you cannot get that original piece back unless you have a physical copy of the album.
What's crazy about that too is like, when you make your music, and I don't know about his label situation, but like, most of the time you own your music unless your label is owning all your stuff.
Later, Impulse. Thanks for showing up, bro.
No, thank you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for tuning in. But no, that I don't know. That doesn't sit right with me at all, because that's someone else deciding what can and can't go into your music, which is your property.
Yeah. It's a very, and the thing is too, is this album came out in 2014, so it's like, the fact that you guys pulled this up just to fit the narrative right now of what's going on with this Asian hate and everything happening. The fact you guys went back, pulled that up, made it this big thing, and then take his whole album off, make him censor this, blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, you're gonna have to do that. If you did that to him, you're gonna have to do that to so many other people. Like, I know a lot of people look at rap music as like a very derogative like type of music, which there is a lot of that in rap. So it's like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, Eminem, bro.
Let me say something else about that, and I hate to like take it to that degree, but here we go. It's like, why is it always the black person that winds up like paying for the mistakes of so many other people before that happened? It's like, YG's not the first person to say something about an Asian person in a song, or even make a reference like that. Nor is that the worst I've heard in that regard, but it's like, why are we using him as the example, the one that we're actually going to crack down on and say like, your music's going to get edited? It's like, I don't know. If we're going to be that extreme with one thing, we got to be that extreme with everything. And I feel like that's not a clear representation of...
Did you know that the GTA creators, they had an interview that happened a couple of years ago, and they were saying, like, talking about GTA 6, like, what's going on with the game, are you guys making it, blah 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 blah. They said, of course we're making it, but he's like, it's hard to make this type of game in today's society. So it's like, how we have to try to be, you know, politically safe or things like that. So it's hard. It just sucks that art is going to have to get to a point where it is going to get like censored. Like, why is this even a thing? Like, what he said in the line, I mean, it wasn't like he was inciting hate, like you said. He wasn't saying go beat up an Asian. He just said find an Asian neighborhood to rob. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
if we're supposed to take every rap lyric literally, then there's so many like sus / like, hey yo momentary rap that is like, dude, come on. So I don't necessarily agree with that. Not to say that I don't, you know, respect and give credence to the things that are happening within the Asian community right now. Yeah. But it's kind of like, for example, a couple years ago when the whole Black Lives Matter thing started happening, Texas was talking about, we're going to stop using the name master bedroom to refer to the bedroom because it goes back to like slave type time and the master or whatever. And I'm like, way to completely miss the point of what everybody's going after. Like, I'm sure the Asian community is not really mad at YG right now. And yet we do like some superficial face value type maneuver to make it seem like, you know, we're making some type of
Getting
change when
stuff
all that
done.
we're doing is taking a line out of a song. We didn't see any legislation change or anything like that. It's like it's a bar in a song.
Yeah.
Come on.
And that's, you know what, it's like with the censorship of music, before they would put the adult logo, and that's like what artists wanted to have. So what artist is going to have the adult logo that also takes out half of your music?
Yeah.
Half of your lines.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I think it's a really slippery slope, dude. Because we're already saying it. Comedians have been saying this shit for a while now. Comedians like, dude, I'm fucking scared to make a joke. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get canceled. I can't say this. What can I say? It's like, we can say messed up shit, but how far can we go now? Because everything is so PC, so censor safe. It's weird.
We might not be a big enough channel yet, but there are definitely YouTube channels who are like, I can't say this word, otherwise they will block my channel.
Yeah.
I don't know what the words are because they never say them, but it's like I'm trying to avoid that too.
Yeah, bro. It's, you definitely got to tread lightly in the times that we're in right now.
How would you feel? Let's say when you're still making music, like 5 years from now,
right?
And you had an old ass song, like let's say Midnight Conversations at that point. Somebody walks up to you like, "Hey, dude, you're gonna have to take your album down or take this whole line out." Like, that's just. Come on.
Yeah, especially bringing that point up, it's like, that's not even like an album that he put out this year, and they were like, yo, this is too much for the times, and we're not even going to improve it. Like, they're backtracking and taking out something that was like, during the time, no one even cared. But now you're just trying to do some superficial maneuver on this homie song specifically. Like, no.
The last thing I'll say on this is, the day after I heard about all that stuff, just randomly I was listening to Eminem, and I was the song Kim came on, and I'm like, he's literally murdering his girlfriend in the song and like saying the most craziest shit. And that's not even the only Eminem song that he said some out of pocket shit. But it's like, YG, take it down. To me, I'm just like, if you're gonna do it to him, bro, you got a whole big ass fucking list of artists you need to go through.
I feel like what that really is them. I kind of said this already, but them
with
doing something kind of superficial to make people think that they did something. Like, oh, y'all did something. Y'all are really standing up for the Asian community, and that prevents them from having to make any like legal or type of political change regarding that matter. Which is obviously what the people would want surrounding something like this. Homies don't want lyrics taken out of a song. That's not going to save anyone's life.
No. No. So, boys, so you're into the music space.
Yes, sir.
Should we go with number 2?
We can. What are you thinking about the?
I'm gonna keep the secrets here
because I don't. It's like we don't want to talk about it. To be honest, we really don't want to talk about it. But it's like such a pop culture thing, and we're gaming pop. So.
All right, run it.
What are you thinking of Lil Nas X? Shoes and music.
I think he's doing too much, bro. Honestly,
okay.
I say that. Not to say that, like what we just said, you can't express yourself creatively, but I don't know. It's like, the thing I don't understand about it is, you're pissing like Christian homies off, right?
Yeah.
But you're not really doing anything with that video. All you did was show homies like, you know, you riding on Satan, and now it's like you got some shoes with some blood in them or whatever. And it's like, I kind of like get what you're trying to do, like, you know, turn homies on their heads or whatever. But it's like, there's more artistic ways to do that. Like, if you want to me, it's just kind of pandering. It's like, let me do the most outlandish shit that is obviously going to get people's attention type thing. Where it's like, I don't know, a true artist, their goal is to do the same thing without doing the most basic thing possible.
Yeah.
Like right now, if I wanted to make a huge statement and get a bunch of views today, I could probably run in the street like naked with a bunch of blood on myself or some random stuff like that. It's like, yo, this homie's tripping.
And it'll go.
That's not to say that I don't know, it's popular for the right reason or anything like that.
Yeah.
I personally wasn't a fan.
I'll be straight up. I haven't watched or really seen any of it. Like I saw like the quickest clip of that video, and I was like, I'm good, dude. Seeing the shoes, apparently the box is worse than the shoes, but it's like
the box is pretty nuts. Yeah. The box is pretty nuts.
It's like, and what's so crazy about all that stuff is they just constantly like throw that in to like media everywhere. Red Dead Redemption has like pentagrams all over. GTA, it's like anything. Movies try to play it off like it's like part of the theme. It's just everywhere, and it's like what you said. This homie's just trying to like shake up the narrative because everyone believes in God, so why not just shake that up?
Well, I'll actually say something contrary to that. It's like, it seems like for how many people don't believe in God and all that, people love to play around with the whole like occult and demonic side of things, and it's like, to say that you believe in God or something is super far-fetched or anything like that, but then it's like, yeah, Satan's for sure real.
Consistently talking about Satan,
and
or
it's
something.
like, all right, wait, that's where it becomes like untasteful to me. It's like, I don't care. Even if you were making fun of God, it's like, all right, whatever. That's I don't care if you don't believe in God or whatever the case is. But when you, it's just too much.
I thought that, like, I'm same with you, right? So like, if you're somebody's like making fun of God or something, like, that's your artistic thing. You do what you do. I saw the music video. I thought it was funny as fuck. Like when he was on the pole and I was like, bro, what is going on right now? Like, what are you doing? But I think the shoes were a lot. I definitely think the shoes were a lot, bro. I saw those in that box. The box had like actual like old Satan pictures like on it, and like weird like Satan fucking verses and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I was like, what are you doing? Like, why? Like, why?
And that's my other thing too. It's like, this just goes for artists in general. I hate when an artist like gets popular for something and then all of a sudden their next couple albums are so far from what they originally got popular for. Yeah. Not saying they need to do the same thing, but like, you got popular for a reason type thing. Yeah. I'm not saying he needed to make another Old Town Road, but like, how do you go from something like that, which is very mainstream, very basic, to like the deep end, which is obviously what that video was and all of that is. So it's like, I don't know.
No, completely. No, Old Town Road. That is the weirdest part. Is that kid literally Old Town Road? And I tried to avoid that song. I tried to avoid that song because I didn't want to be part of the culture of that. Yeah, that is funny.
But yeah, Lil Nas X, he's an industry plant. I think.
I would definitely agree.
Definitely an industry plant. He's got a big money team behind him. That's why he was even saying on Twitter, like, he's a troll too. So he's like a troll online and shit. And he's like, dude, I've been planning this rollout for like 9 months, dude. Like, you guys aren't gonna stop me, type shit. And I'm like, whew, I'm like, this is just a weird rollout, just a very weird rollout.
And like I said, it's like, you're Lil Nas. I mean, obviously you're superstar status already. Like, you can make a video about anything, and it would have been controversial. Like, literally, you could have done a myriad of things. And it's like, I get that it worked for like the shock value and everything, but it's like, at the same time, you're probably losing half of your fans at the same time that you make that video. Like, you might be gaining some fans, but at the same time.
But does that, with what you're saying, like the negative remarks of it, doesn't that still kind of attract people to him? Because it's like they say, no news is good news, or not no
all
news.
Good, all publicity is good publicity.
That's what I meant.
And that's what I'm saying. He's riding on that wave for sure. But as we've seen with like Kanye West and all types of different homies, there's a million ways under the sun without going to all the occult and like super deep end type stuff that you could have done. And I'll say this, if you would have just made the video and like been a troll in that way, that's one thing. But when you have a physical shoe with like, I don't know if you all seen it, but when you go like this, the air bubbles in the bottom have blood flowing back and forth in the bottom. And it's just like, bruh, Old Town Road, devil blood shoes. Like, where does that come from? To me, it seems like there's more like pushing behind that when it comes to that. Because I feel like if he's by himself, he doesn't come up with those same ideas. But
I also, it sucks. I also hate when like just artists like they feel the need to like do some shit like that just to because they know it'll cause like friction or shock value, blah blah blah. It's like, dude, like you are big already with the Old Town Road shit. He's already proven that he's getting the streams. I'm like, why the fuck did you even need to do that? Like, it was just like out of pocket to me, like really out of pocket. I was like, these are wild, dude. Like, not for me. The video was whatever, but the shoes, I was like, bro, you're doing way too much.
Way too much.
Yeah. Way too
much.
My
question is what are you gonna do when you're at a party and homie rolls up with those shoes and just like, hey, tries to dap you up?
Steal them? Those motherfuckers are like 12,000. Those motherfuckers are like $1,200, bro. Run me those shoes. Run me those shoes.
I don't want to touch them.
Run me those shoes.
You might have to glove it up, bro.
It's like with those shoes in like pop culture. It's like how close to playing with those shoes to playing with a Ouija board. You know what I'm saying? Like how close? Because some people might say, "Oh, they're just a pair of shoes," but some people might say, "That's just a Ouija board." A person
who believes in like witchcraft and just all that type of stuff, playing with little bones and skulls on the ground, they would tell you not to touch any of that stuff. And here you got real human blood and demonic verses and stuff on these shoes, and you want me to touch that?
Yeah, no.
Rock that?
No. I'm trying to see how much the resale is on that shoe.
I bet I wouldn't buy them.
I wouldn't buy them.
I I'm not me. Well, while we wait for that result, I see us talking a little bit about Godzilla because still kind of a pop culture thing at the current moment. It's currently a movie.
So I'd love to talk about Godzilla.
What were you expecting to happen in that movie?
I thought for sure that just because, well, first of all, because of the last Godzilla movie that came out, which I like kind of enjoyed too. I didn't view him as like a bad guy because like he had already kind of like came to bat for the humans or whatever. Yeah. So I was kind of like, all right, there's already kind of something with that. So I never really expected him. It kind of went according to my expectations, honestly. Because I honestly saw Kong as a friend and I saw Godzilla as a friend type thing too. And even when they're fighting like earlier in the movie, you kind of see that it's kind of like more of like a brother type squad. Well, homies weren't trying to kill each other really.
Holding their punches.
Yeah. But I liked it.
No,
it was cool. What did y'all think about it?
I personally, I liked it. I knew what it was gonna be, so I didn't like put very high hopes into it. I wasn't gonna I knew I wasn't gonna come out thinking, man, I need to be a movie director now because of this. Yeah. But I was hoping we'd see something else.
What y'all think about the Antarctica scenes?
I said something about it on the review, but my personal view on the Antarctica scenes are just crazy because it's like they literally had a tunnel just laying there to the other world, and they're like, well, we need Godzilla to go through it first, or King Kong to go through it first. It's like, if y'all built it, why do y'all need anybody to go through it first?
I didn't understand that part fully, but I did just think it was interesting that they were like finding like a portal to like Middle Earth, and there was like finding like this like mysterious land like within our land already.
It reminds me of Halo. The whole scene reminded me of Halo because the whole tunnel is already burrowed out. The spot where they like are standing there and like trying to convince Godzilla to go in the tunnel, it's like, what is that whole little platform level there for, other than to just test experiments as to what's going into that tunnel? So it's like that whole part was just so to me
trippy a little bit or what?
Something's going on out there in Antarctica.
In Antarctica.
So have you guys heard any of the conspiracies like about Antarctica?
I
No.
have.
No.
So I heard a minute back that there's this homie named Admiral Byrd, B-Y-R-D, that traveled, like it was his like mission or whatever the case is, to travel into Antarctica and kind of like explore it. This is like 1800s or something like that. Writes a book about it apparently, and apparently what happened is homie traveled like 1,500 kilometers into Antarctica. Yeah. And once he got toward like what we would consider like the middle or something like that, he gets to like a green vegetation like filled type area. Where the climate was like warmer, and he said that there is animals there that we don't have here, like prehistoric type, like crazy animals there. Yeah. That's it. And then that's what I'm reading that up for is because it's like then you watch Godzilla in different movies like that, and that's the premise right there.
Journey to the center of the earth.
All this shit. Do you feel like they tell you stuff in these movies?
I 100% do. Yeah. I think it's too coincidental that like there will be like a common belief amongst like conspiracy theory type people, if you want to call them that, and then all of a sudden that same exact conspiracy theory will be like played out in a movie, and then now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I knew about that already, and you're trying to tell your friends about it, and they're like, oh bro, that's all from a movie, dude, shut up. Yeah. And it's like, come on, bro.
When it comes to the
conspiracy theorists, what I'll tell you right now.
I can agree with you on that, and I think that's why we're obviously because we're brothers, we feel that same way. Yes. And so it's like it's double confusing to me to like always have that point of view watching a movie. Of course, it's always weird to have that point of view watching a movie because I do see stuff like that all throughout movies, and I'm like, dude, what are they trying to say to us right now? Like sometimes I get scared watching movies. I'm like, bro, they are really implementing some stuff. There was a COVID movie that they dropped on Netflix. I cannot remember what it was called, but it was COVID 23, and it was about the next strand of COVID. Everyone was locked in their house.
And the world was like shut down, basically.
The only people who were allowed to go outside were homies who were immune to it. They didn't say whether or not they got the shot or anything like that, but they were homies who were immune to the virus. Yeah. If you weren't, you were locked in your house and could not leave. You would get stuff like through one of those like bank doors where one side opens and then the other side opens. Yeah. Literally, that was the only way you get stuff. So I saw that, and my immediate fear is like, well, I'm gonna get some food stored down and make sure I don't get that shot because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Here's something else I'll say about them showing like truth in TV. We know a couple things for sure. one thing is that when they're making film and TV, these things cost millions of dollars to produce.
Yeah.
And like all that, and there's investors and there's people. There's basically, if you will, checks and balances the entire way through the movie process. So are you telling me that none of the stuff that they're putting in any of these movies is A, based in reality, or B, intentionally put in there to change people's opinion? Because we know what TV is for, and we know that TV changes people's opinion. That's why they start showing something on TV, and then that's what people are wearing in the street. That's what people are saying, using that slang. That's how that works. Yeah. So why wouldn't they, put stuff in TV to influence us and like kind of give us little truths and I don't know.
I've always thought, right? So I've always said, when it comes to media or like the government thing, in my head I've made up this thing to where I feel like there has to be somewhere in the Constitution or something, right? To where it's like the government can do some shady shit, right? But it's like you still have to tell the American people. We don't know how you want to tell them. You just need to do it. If you want to do it subliminal, shout out the shirt, like just in a movie and like or The Simpsons, or you just say it and very quietly. You're still telling them. You're still putting it out there. It's up to the person to realize it and see it. You know what I'm saying? To figure it out. So they can't. So the gov can't say we didn't tell them. We put it out there.
For sure. Let me add something to that real quick. A perfect example of that. We know for a fact that in tap water in different districts and whatnot, there's fluoride and different stuff in the water, and they've told us in the past that like stuff like that is good for you and good for your teeth and good for your bones, whatever the case is.
Okay.
But now it's like it's come out that fluoride's not good for you and that it can be cancerous and like harmful and all this different stuff, right? That's real world stuff.
Yeah.
But then in Godzilla, at the same time that they're putting other like conspiracy theory based things in there, which the fluoride thing in the past would have been considered a conspiracy theory type thing, right? They're putting that in the movie. They're talking about, they put fluoride in the water and it's causing people to like form like a hive mind and not rebel against the government. Like homies are saying that in the movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are they? That's truth. Even if they're trying to make it seem like it's a joke, what they're talking about is truth in that movie.
Facts.
No, and with what he's saying, so many movies have like the exact same like thing in them, like the dome that comes over the town, the laser beam that shoots over the sky, the virus, the zombies, the constant like whatever. There's always a consistent theme in all these movies that like makes you just wonder. One that has really come to my mind as of late is the simulation. It's like, is life a simulation? The Matrix, Rick and Morty. I can't think of anything else, but Rick and Morty is like heavy because every other episode with that show they're talking about, are we in a simulation right now? Yeah. Like half the season finales are in a simulation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this life is weird.
Weird.
I'm wondering what they're trying to tell me.
We're floating around on a rock in space. Just.
And when you take pictures in space, for some reason you don't see any stars.
Very interesting, bro.
That's what they say.
Very interesting stuff.
That's the weirdest knife. Come on up. Go ahead and.
What's up, my dude?
Come on in. If you want, grab that chair over there. I'll make some room right here.
You guys recording right now?
Yeah, we're up. Sir. Oh, we got 2 viewers.
Live.
Yeah,
we live.
We got Demonstrative.
We live. Get in here, bro.
What's going on? What are we talking about?
Right now, we're talking about how movies do subliminal messages, and we're trying to debunk that a little bit.
Oh wow. I don't know what I thought I was walking into.
We got a little. We started with Godzilla.
I was like, that's more my speed. I mean.
So we started with Godzilla, and we're talking about the part when they get to Antarctica and they go through that tunnel, and we're like, what really is at the center of the Earth? Because at least from what I was taught, there was a magma core at the center of the Earth, and now Godzilla's telling us that there's a double plane of
I thought they went to another dimension or something, right?
Through Earth?
The place that they went to was still within the Earth.
It was still within the Earth?
Yeah. Yes.
That's all me right there. Because something like I'm not watching Godzilla vs. Kong for like the plot theory or like the Neil deGrasse Tyson of it all. Like, is it really gonna make sense? So I was just like, I'm gonna just roll with it. I was like, we went to another planet. That's cool too. Yeah. I thought they was on like a planet nothing but monsters.
So let me fill them in for the last couple minutes. So what they were doing is traveling into the inside of the Earth or whatever, where like the Titans realm is to basically do whatever there. The reason that we're talking about that is because there's an ongoing conspiracy theory of people thinking that more happens at Antarctica than is revealed to like the public type thing, because of a couple different reasons. But
the fact that you can go there on your own.
A and B supposedly there is some trip with some homie named Admiral Byrd, and he went there, and apparently there was like vegetation type style life there and animals that we don't have here, supposedly. So we're deviling into that a bit.
It's pretty true.
Hey, take your hat off because it's gonna be a long ride here.
You know, I never thought too much about Antarctica, but
yeah, that's where conspiracy theories come in, and it's like homies believe them, homies don't. But sometimes it's like, how could I not kind of at least think about it? You know.
I didn't know that people couldn't go there until a couple of days ago when you told me.
Yeah, you can't like just book a trip.
It's a trip.
Like, and what makes that crazier is that countries that don't agree on anything have all signed a treaty together to agree that their citizens can't just randomly go there like that. Why is that? On top of the fact that United States senators on like tax documents and stuff, they have them booking trips there all the time to go to like the little bases and stuff that are there. So it's like, what are U.S. politicians doing going to Antarctica where nothing grows and lives and nothing goes in there?
Well, there's obviously shit there, you know. I mean, there's
snow. The bases.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, there's shit there. You know, we just can't find out. And also, I think like if the normal person was just like, if they was just like, all right, you was a badass, go ahead and book your trip to Antarctica. You die within the week.
Yeah.
I think that for sure.
Not like I don't think like someone gonna snatch you up like a monster or something. It's like. Oh, it's like, I went to Alaska for something. It's like, all right, go ahead and try it out there. See how long you last.
Go to that motherfucker.
You're not seeing Antarctica selfies. You're definitely not.
No, not at all. I mean, I feel like people with money. I feel like I've seen people.
On TikTok, I've seen homies like at those little bases there. Like filming TikToks there, like showing around the little base or whatever. But to what I've seen, the people that are on that base, they don't really seem like they're like scientists. It seems kind of like touristy type thing. Girl, she had like a college-style dorm room set up there.
In Antarctica?
At the base there, yeah. It was on TikTok.
There.
What the fuck?
And
bases.
It's like a dorm house base type thing.
Yes, they do.
But I don't know. When I saw her video, I was like, you don't seem like a scientist at all. The way your room's set up, I don't know if I'm reading too far into that, but like you just seem like a regular person. And it seems like if they do have you out there, it'd just be to say that. Yeah, regular people can't go to Antarctica. Nothing's crazy is happening there. That way, other people don't really look into it, you know.
You gotta do the deep dive on her and then see where who
That's
you
what
know.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Facebook
go all the way into her.
Matter of fact, pull it up right here.
Crispy.
Nah, but yeah, that's an interesting topic right there, guys.
Definitely.
Well, one topic that I kind of want to use to stray out of this topic is those whole tunnels. Who remembers the tunnels in Halo?
Which tunnels?
The first ever tunnels in Halo. When you first land on Halo, you go through that big old base, right? You first land on Halo, you walk across, and then you're shooting up the monsters on the thing, and then you hop in the Warthog, and Homegirl goes, "These weren't naturally made."
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's like my favorite
I know
part.
What
when you first
how
get
were
the
they
Warthog?
made?
People
By
make,
the Forerunners.
People make tunnels all the time.
Yeah, it was the dudes who made the planet, didn't even make the planet, they made the ring. It's just crazy science in this game. So it's like they made the whole outer structure, and then the inner structure is like Earth, like it's natural forming, but it's just a giant ring. And the purpose of the ring is to destroy sentient life, basically. But I don't know. It's just a crazy
Have you seen Elysium?
No, I ain't never seen that.
That's the ring is kind of like that. It's just like fucking dang, but 360 just.
What's crazy about that too is they portrayed that in a lot of movies as well.
Yeah. The Cone World,
like just like space stations that are like.
Type that like that 360 type shit.
Basically,
yeah. It's a trip, bro.
No, that's all a trip. Interstellar?
Yes.
Yeah. That movie was so crazy to me.
Interstellar.
And I'm thinking of that one, like they were like on that like space station. That was like, I don't know. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, I seen that. I seen that one in the theaters.
Interstellar was
y'all seen Titan AE?
Movie.
The old one.
Titan AE?
No.
It's the one where it's a cartoon and homie is stuck in space. They basically, his dad made this like super crazy spaceship that basically terraforms and becomes a planet. It's like after the Earth basically dies, so the Earth dies, everyone's living in space and like no habitable planets. Okay, we're back.
Welcome back.
Let's go.
We're back. What's about to give a take so hot?
That technical difficulty, boy.
We are back. Technical difficulty solved. We were gonna talk about.
I was like, you know how these movies, we always talk about these things like, oh man, these interdimensions, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I think the movie that might be the most realistic on what would happen is WALL-E. And then Charles was like, you know what? I was thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Y'all said WALL-E?
WALL-E, yeah, the Disney movie.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, man. You know, humans is like, hey man, we need to leave Earth for a bit. You know, Elon Musk already trying to get on Mars right now. I think he's a fraud, but I hope he figure it out. Yeah. So I feel like we'll get to Mars, you know, and then like not us, because we gonna be, you know, sorry, no, RP to us. We gonna be going by then. But you know, people get on Mars, and then maybe we say like, you know, 2200 type shit, and then they gonna be kicking.
Start human life from there.
Yeah.
Living on a spaceship.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers chubbed up like me, just chilling on the little gravity boat.
Yeah.
Bro.
VR shit all up in your face.
In the day,
you know?
In the day and age of VR /
Shouts out Chris, bro.
Hey, yo, what up, Chris? I was
We back.
when you were gonna come on, bro.
Because the computer was unplugged.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties, but
We're
we
technically
back,
okay now.
baby.
Chris, do you think the world is gonna go into Wally mode, bro?
Waiting
He'll
on
let
the
us know.
No, I really do see the world heading toward Wall-E world type thing, bro. Like, honestly, it's like,
Bro.
humans are obsessed with making everything as most convenient as possible. Like, no one wants to be inconvenienced for a second, bro.
Not at all.
And,
Chris said 100%.
bro, homies pulled up to 7-Eleven the other day, and it's like, in front of 7-Eleven, it's like, you can make your order for them to run the thing, whatever it is, outside. And I'm like, bro, I understand delivery culture and getting to your house, but like, you already pulled up to the 7-Eleven. You can't just
Sometimes it takes mad long.
Like,
oh,
shit.
shit.
At least you got a head start.
That is true. I see it, but it's just like, hey, what do you guys think that does to the attention span? Because I already know, like, with things like TikTok and stuff, it's like immediate gratification at our fingertips all day long. Like, homies can't wait an extra 5 seconds for anything these days.
And I'm gonna put everybody on blast at this table. I know for a fact at one point or another you have watched a movie and had your phone right in front of your face.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
And it's like, to me, it's like, bro, we're here to watch the movie. Like, let's put that down and pay attention. But I get it because your attention is like, all right, I kind of see what's going on.
Or so many
here.
times you put something on Netflix just to give it a shot.
Exactly.
That shit ain't catch your. Like, you're like, man, this shit ain't busting like the first 5 minutes.
But then it's like, why not just switch the movie
Mm-hmm.
instead of just hop on your phone? It's like, have that moment to yourself. That's just how I feel.
Humans just want their bases covered, bro. And I feel like it's like, all right, if I can see a funny tweet in between like a random talking scene on that TV, like I'm trying to get all that in right now. Like,
Yeah.
I hear that.
which is cool. Like, I honestly appreciate that about humans. But to what degree does that go before humans are like just trying to do the most to avoid like what we consider monotonous?
Did you see how Amazon is doing all that like cashierless stores and shit?
Yeah.
Like that's just adding more into like convenient. Like you don't have to pull out your fucking card.
You can put it in your pocket and walk out.
Yeah, it's like just instantly knows. That's fucking sketch.
Yeah.
Like that's sketch, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I would love that.
It seems like it does seem.
What does it do?
It's serviceless stores, no workers. Amazon. You go in with your phone. It's already logged into your Amazon account, like because they own Whole Foods, so they got the food game on lock now too. So you just go in. I want a Red Bull, $2.39. Once you leave the store, $2.39 leaves your account. It's linked to your Amazon.
Like it knows what you picked up.
Yeah, it's like the barcode.
They also have another one where it's like a Amazon Fresh, whatever. It's like a shopping cart, and as soon as you put something in the shopping cart, it automatically scans it to where you just leave after that, basically. And you can take stuff out of the cart, and it will take it off of your list too.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I kind of am okay with that. But that is scary. Because what you're telling me, from what I would imagine, is
it's the same thing. They do both of them.
But it sounds, what he's saying sounds different because you walk into the store and literally have it in your hand and just walk right out.
Nobody works there.
Yeah.
But with that, it sounds like they would have to have like cameras in every corner, basically that facial recognition stuff that they already have.
But they have your account, nigga.
And not only, okay.
Bro, they got you in a vice grip at that point.
You're right. That's what I'm saying, though. But that's what I'm saying is either which way, it's like, that's crazy.
Are you trying to scheme a way to steal?
No, I'm not trying to see a way to steal, but I'm just saying that it's so like constricted.
Invasive.
It's very invasive.
And then I was just about to say, and then they don't need real security. Then that's when they get like those robot dogs they've been working on. They just have a couple of them outside. Yeah. You know,
black and white with no sound.
Which ties us back into the original thing we were talking about when you came in, which is how much of this stuff are they putting in TV right in front of our faces? Because we just described Black Mirror, a couple episodes of it right there, what we just talked about, and it's like. That came out 1.5 years, 2 years ago already, bro.
The robot dogs are real. They work on them at MIT.
I know that, and that's exactly what I'm saying. And that's why he said the black and white world with no sound type thing, because shortly after that, those dogs are just, I don't know. It's, in my opinion, there's a quote that says like the only thing that people will sacrifice freedom for is safety. And that's why people are willing to like allow the police and different stuff to whatever. I think in the same way that humans are kind of like costing themselves something else by trying to do everything so like easily type thing. Like we're really moving forward to this world right here. I don't know, not really looking at the precautions.
Do you guys like to work?
No, who likes to work?
Okay, yeah, so nobody likes to work, right? Do you see yourself in a future where you don't have to work? Like, you know how like, oh, robots taking over. That job, your job can be replaced. Like Amazon trying to set up grocery stores where you ain't got to work. Oh, yeah. I think that,
Camera died.
What?
It's been plugged in like for 2 days now.
How long y'all been going?
We've already been recording for over like 45 minutes. Plus, it's plugged into a thing.
That's what. But either way, it's dead. So it's like, what should we do?
Go to the phones. I'm kidding. I don't know.
That's what I was gonna say.
Chris said, "Do I unlock Caustic, Mirage, Revenant, or Lobo?"
We can't just go live off of the laptop from here.
Yeah, we actually could.
Just pull it up on the laptop.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Where are you going here?
I'm switching this one for that one, so we can have it on the level. On the level.
Y'all, I'm like mad. I'm upset about that. Yeah. That was going so good. Water quality just plummeted.
Do what you gotta do sometimes.
Okay.
I'm not really mad at that.
I'm not mad at that either. That's pretty fun.
Same shit. Hit live. And it looks like kind of better, honestly.
We're still live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's still live. We're back up.
Alright. What were Hamid just saying?
Revenant. You unlock Revenant first.
No, unlock Caustic.
You sure?
Do Caustic.
Yeah,
No, Caustic, I guess Caustic's not that good. He's good on World's Edge.
Wow, that does look a lot better. That's funny.
Man, I don't play video games. What are you guys talking about?
The homie Chris said which character to unlock.
I don't play video games.
Okay, cool.
Not even in Slice. Okay,
Yeah, me either, bro.
You want to go on podcast?
Welcome to Gaming Pop.
Yeah, you can catch me on some Madden or some 2K.
Yeah.
That's all you can catch me on.
Pretty much. That is funny. Well, I would say Revenant because that's my favorite character.
Oh, nah, you gotta.
I'm going Caustic.
Who's that at the bottom? Loba?
Plug what in.
Oh, you're right.
Loba's a baddie.
Yeah, get Loba.
Plug it in and then don't forget the audio cord.
I like that name.
Good double call. My bad. What would I do without you, bro? It's wrapped around that.
Please don't look at me. You know, I got my laptop in the car. I feel a little left out. It's like, dude, so I just need to do some unnecessary typing for no reason. I feel like.
Well, we have learned a good chunk about live streaming today.
Learned a good chunk about what?
Live streaming. It's like we had the other camera. Quality's jumped down just a touch, but whatever. We're still.
Dang,
shout out to the viewers.
Thanks for staying here.
Shout out all y'all.
Childish as hell. This is probably the only time I'll be able to say something like this. So let me get this off real quick.
Okay.
This cat broke my Dylan coming at me on Twitter about the show that I do. In real life, guys, I do a radio show on Radio Nation Radio in the Huddle with Vinny Bonsignor. This guy slides in my DMs. Bro, just stop arguing with Vinny. Just to argue. And then it's just like, what I want to say is be like, man, how about you get your own show? But you ain't got your own show. You listening to me. But
yes.
But I just said, you know, like, thanks for listening, you know. And then he said, childish as hell, LOL. It's like, boy, you can get blocked real quick, but, you know, any listener is a valued listener.
Straight up.
Shout them out.
You gonna get the haters? You gonna get the haters?
Any listener, Radio Nation Radio, 4 to 6 p.m.
The shameless plug! The shameless plug!
As soon as he started saying such on the radio, I was like, this nigga is so plugged up right now.
Oh, go check out the homie. Go check out the homie.
Y'all want to listen to me talk about the Raiders?
Nah, not today. Not today.
Nah, I don't want to talk about them.
Not here.
I'm talking about video games.
Yeah.
What the hell were we talking about before all that happened?
We were talking about Wall-E and the world's convenience and everybody moving toward. We were talking about autonomous stores and stuff like that. Your question was, do homies love to work and do we think we're going to
Yes, yes, because I think where you're talking about people who sacrifice safety, like they'll give up freedom for safety, and I think that the real turning point is going to be when people just say, you know what, man, I don't value working that much, because I feel like now people still, like, especially here in America, your sense of belonging, your sense of worth, it kind of ties into like what you do. Yeah. You know, people, you know, it's like people want jobs. People want, like, I don't want like a robot, you know, doing this or that. You know what I mean? You know, but it's like
What's crazy about that is
once that happens, I feel like that's when it's a wrap. That's when people are just gonna be like, hey, we can just kick it.
Do you think? Would you agree or disagree that time is coming like sooner than later?
Oh, sooner than later, but people just still keep fighting it. But it should be here It should be here like already, to be honest.
The reason I say that is because I'm on TikTok sometimes, and it's like the younger generation, that is their mindset for sure. I see stuff on TikTok all the time, and homies like, F capitalism, I don't know whoever decided that this was the wave, like all I want to do is really just kind of like live in a commune and just like live off the land type thing. Like that's the common like thing that the younger generation wants to do. Like even my younger brother, like that's what he's on type thing. And a lot of those homies are thinking that way, and it's just like, dang, I can kind of see that. Like we're right at the brink of, we don't need a cashier in the store anymore, so that person that would have been that cashier, it's like, what is that person gonna be out there doing?
It's gonna be sketchy. It's gonna be sketchy pretty soon. I know that what's one of the fucking hotels? The one that's right next to New York. They redid that one and they made it to where I think it's called the Nomad or some shit. But there's no people in there. It's everything. That's like one of the first hotels on the strip to where you go in there, you check in through a machine, check out through a machine. Everything there's no interaction. You call people, they'll bring your shit to your door, obviously. But it's like the first hotel in Vegas that did all that. And it's like, bro, you just cut all these people out, and it's like pretty soon. That is a norm. You see the checkout lines in the shit. I went into a gas station the other day, and I was like, wait, they got self-checkout in a fucking gas station now? Like, what? Like,
where?
I walked into some gas station the other day, and they had a self-checkout inside there. I was like, whoa.
That sounds lovely.
This is weird. Yeah, I was like, this is fucking weird. Never seen that shit before.
You like quick
I find
gas
that very
station trips,
interesting.
trips.
Yeah, man. I don't like to do nothing. I like to be in and out. I don't mind doing things myself. I wish I didn't have to. Like, I'm all for like the future wave of blah 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 blah. Because luckily for as a content creator, as we are doing now, it's like you can still find those pockets to find that self-worth. Like, I am going to create something, or it doesn't need to be like I'm attached to my job as like I'm a hotel clerk. I build things where it's just like these machines can do it better. These machines can do it more efficiently. Hell, even baseball, they want to get rid of the umpire because they gonna call that ball and strike better than how you doing now. Yeah. But we've seen like you can't just give somebody a check and be like, yeah, man, here's $50,000 a year, and you just live up. Like, people still, even then, after about 5 years, you still would be like broken down of like that sense of, like, I'm not doing anything to earn this money.
For sure.
But I'm saying people need to let that shit go.
I agree. And with that being said, like with the self-checkout and like the automated tellers and all that stuff, I wonder, and let me know what you guys think, like where do you think the world is headed regarding like human interaction? Because I already feel like, especially us just right now during COVID and quarantine, everybody's got their own little box. It's kind of like, damn, like we're already kind of taking a step back. But now we don't have to talk to the person at the checkout counter. We don't have to talk to the person at the gas station. On top of a generation, like the younger generation, being so like anxiety riddled that they were already afraid to do that type of stuff. Have you ever heard that type of conversation?
Oh yeah.
Homies were like afraid to like order a pizza on the phone and afraid to talk to the attendant at the gas station. Yeah. And now you don't have to ever. So 5 years down the road, after I've never talked to somebody at the gas station before, it's like, what is human interaction have in store for us,
real
bro?
quick, I'm gonna tell a story. I've got younger siblings. So my 16-year-old sister, we're on the phone, we're talking, and she's telling me how my 12-year-old sister, she's like, we were having a conversation with her, she needs to like grow up, be like more mature, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, we're out eating. And a friend that she talks to like at school, like, and they text, comes up to her at the restaurant, having to be at the restaurant at the same time, tries to talk to her. 12-year-old sister's just like, hey. And she's just like, she don't know how to talk to people. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, that is a problem. But I'm like, nah, maybe she didn't want to talk to her that day. Like, what you mean she don't know how to talk? She know how to talk to people. She fine. Yeah. But it is like, I do see, I see where like, I see how that comes into play. It's like, you could like text a friend all day, see him in public. Hey.
Bro, it's because I had that feeling when I was younger too. I don't know, like going to the barber for the first couple times, and your mom was like, "All right, this time you going by yourself," type thing. You're like, "Yeah, I'll just take a little fade off the side, right?" Like homies are afraid. It's like talking to a grown man.
For sure.
Now we're getting rid of that uncomfortable experience in general, like to the point where it's like, "Oh, you got your mask on. Like, don't talk to me while you're cutting my hair. Don't talk to me in the back of the Uber. As soon as we can have automated Uber drivers, I'm copping one of those instead of the human one." Like, people don't want to interact anymore.
And that's like effing scary because it's scary because not only is the world always constantly trying to divide itself, like blue, red, I'm this way, I'm that way. The world's always trying to divide itself, but then you divide yourself and then not talk to anybody. So we're all on a team, and now I'm not going to talk to any of y'all. But let's go play basketball next Thursday. Yeah. I don't know how that's supposed to work.
I just feel like human interaction is coming to an all-time standstill. Like, this day and age, if you don't, especially because like my majority of my life right now is indoors. I'm sure for a lot of people. So it's like, if you're not actively on social media and like trying to reach out to people on these platforms and stuff, it's like you might as well be a ghost, bro.
That's facts.
That's how I feel.
That's facts.
Otherwise, it's like, how do people remember about you? How do people? I don't know. It's like that's the only social interaction there is these days. It's like the social media apps. Yeah. Which I feel like could be damaging as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's still in such an infant stage to where they're still we're in fucking studies right now of like seeing the long-term effects of all this shit. Like all this bullshit is in its infant stage still.
I don't really even think
when it comes to figuring out that long-term effects of all this shit.
I don't think it all stems from social either because, like you were saying, little kids have tablets now.
Yes.
Like it's so much easier to be the kid on the tablet. Mama, I want a sandwich. No, Mom, I want a fucking sandwich. Like, I'm playing my app. Like, don't break me and my app up. Yeah. And then it's like, with the whole not talking to people, how much easier is it now that you're playing your app and it's like, oh no, I'm more focused on this.
Yeah. Having kids nowadays is very sketch just because of all the technology. Because like my nephew was just over at our house the other day, and he's 4, and he already knows like kids know how to work tablets like the age of 2. Like, bro, you're 2 years old and you already have your fucking screen. Like, you're locked in on a screen, and then you're just gonna only get older. You're gonna get the cell phone. You're gonna get the blah 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 blah, and then all you know is screen. That's fucking wild. Like, kids don't do anything we used to do. Play in the fucking dirt, go play in some mud, like shit like that. Everything is just going screen. It's pretty. They're very Wall-E, very Wall-E. Well, everything we've been talking about is fucking straight up leading to
we went the wrong direction with this cast because it's like I keep getting more and more depressed because we're talking about this and it's like
in a dystopian future.
But it's like there's the streaming. Every single channel has their streaming channel now. Everything that used to be a TV show now has a streaming channel, and you need to pay for that to avoid the advertisements. Which is like back in the day, you weren't skipping ads. Every advertisement that came on, and now it's like I can skip it if I want to, which is obviously great, perfect because I can spend my money to do that. But it's like it's just weird. No one has patience. I guess.
Today I signed up for Peacock because of WrestleMania, and it was like $4.99 for like the version with ads or $9.99, and I was just like, how much am I really gonna be using this? I don't really want it for the week anyway, just to watch WrestleMania. So I did the $4.99, but that is like my I don't like ads. But I am the person when I see like a good commercial, I'm like Taco Bell got a new item.
Alright.
The quesalupa, cheesy.
Oh, you brought the potatoes back? All right, for sure.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have known if I ain't see this commercial right now. Thank you.
I hear that.
I love a good commercial.
All crazy, bro. What do you guys think that what we're talking about does for like awareness? Because now that there's only like certain platforms to get news through and media through, it's like I feel like a lot can be going on without people necessarily knowing about that.
No, and you get with what you're saying, it's like you almost get to a choking point with your advertising. Let's say you're Pizza Hut, now you don't have TV commercials, so now you have to try to team up with Hulu. Hulu don't want to work with you, and Netflix already doesn't have commercials. So now your next best get is to get on Instagram and YouTube and hope that someone isn't paying to avoid those ads.
If anything, it'd be like how TV used to be like in the 50s, where you could just be like, man, we're watching the Dick and Tracy show presented to you by Pizza Hut. And it'd be like, man, family, I love my pizza brought to me by Pizza Hut. Just in the middle of the show, like, yo, we got to get these plugs in now. Or like, it still does happen to in a day, like all the Avengers, like driving Audis.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You know,
I saw that. I was like, dude.
You know, you telling me Iron Man's out here? You know, he's
That's the only vehicle any of them have.
Yeah, they all got Audis.
Anyone has an Audi.
Like even like when it was watching she wasn't. I don't think she had an Audi, but in the Scarlet Witch,
she had a nicer whip.
Yeah, but it's just like how'd she get that car?
Yep.
Falcon can't even get a
That's what I was gonna say.
White privilege. White privilege.
I think it was a Buick.
But it was like she got the loan. She got the loan. He didn't get it.
That's funny.
Like, bitch, you been gone just as long as I've been gone. Like, why you get it? You was ghosted with me. Like what?
Funny. Well, it's like, what do we go to next, man?
What's on this hoe?
How long have we been on for?
It's been an hour. I feel like we've got like maybe 15 more minutes of chat. Yeah, that's you. Go for it. I did want to talk about a little gaming because I feel like that's the only thing we haven't really touched on. We definitely killed pop culture. We definitely killed music. Killed some movies.
Tired.
The only thing I have on here for video games, which is weird, is Halo versus Call of Duty. And I figured we could just go around the room and
say which one we like more.
Yeah, maybe even share a moment that makes you like the other one. I don't know.
Share a little heartfelt moment.
And then after this, we're gonna do a nerd test where I'm gonna ask y'all a couple of questions and see like how nerdy y'all actually are, which I'm imagining you're gonna pass. So.
Okay. So I was gonna say because I got the least gaming experience here. Like Halo on the original Xbox, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. You know, shooting like the little type shit. You know, I wouldn't, but I ain't really good at video games. Like even from a young age, I knew. So I'd be playing on easy, and then like if I can't get past this, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Halo 2, that shit was dope too.
Yeah.
And then Call of Duty on the on the original like PlayStation 2 was like was dope. You know. But then once it got to like on the next gen platform after that, like Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, it was Call of Duty World at War or War of the Worlds. Like it was like the first time where they went back to like you know like the original type style Call of Duty like World War II's. That game was fucking lit. It was like an MP something that was like my favorite like gun to use. That was like the first time I was just like I want to play online with other people. Like on 360, and then Modern Warfare 2 that's an all time classic there. So by the time like Halo 3 came out, or whatever year that was, I was just like, Halo ain't really my jam no more. Like I'm on Halo, but like Call of Duty, like Black Ops was the last Call of Duty where I was just like, it's dropping. I gotta go to GameStop. I might even pre-order the motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know. Yes. But after that, that was just like after like Black Ops, it was just like.
I want pussy.
That's what a girl is?
Not even that. But it was just like, I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Everybody else has gotten way better than me.
Yeah.
So you got some gaming fucking experience.
No, but also how we talk about like, oh, you lose like the communal effect, like, oh, kids these days. I like more of a gaming experience. Yo, we gonna have our 4 squares because we all at somebody's house cooped up, and we all like quit screen watching. I like that. Like I'm not gonna lie. I don't want like you know like you can like still build those communities and play with your friends, but like just playing like you know if I'm just like. I don't know, just me by myself. It's like I could probably do something else for 2 hours. Yeah. But it was just like that friendship building of like, yo, we got 4 of us, and we just about to like we're gonna play like team deathmatch, or we gonna go for a free fall, and we just gonna play Call of Duty right now for like hours on end. It's like, hey man, you had the lowest score. Let the other homie that was just sitting there, let him get on. Yeah. I don't know, like that's like gone from gaming. So I'm like, it ain't as fun to me no more.
No, it's definitely more online with games now.
For
it's
sure.
Like even the few that should support split screen definitely don't anymore.
Yeah. That new Halo Halo 5 is known for co-op, and Halo 5 didn't release with co-op, and a lot of people fucking gave a lot of backlash. But the campaign was shit anyway in that game, so.
No, and he's dead on. Like the split screen system link, that was like the absolute pinnacle of playing games. Oh, for sure. It's like playing online. It's like I kind of still don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Like I can't like cuss you out in your face at the end of it.
Or like you remember like GoldenEye, like on the Nintendo 64, like that was like that's like growing up right there, just like. You got to select a group of characters. What character you're gonna be like? Blah blah blah. And it's just like that's like what made games so fun and enjoyable to me. Because I'm just like,
I hear that.
For me, it's like they're gonna. I don't know. I feel like with franchises like Call of Duty and Halo, it's like when you're gonna carry it on for so long, you need to be showing something like super different and super crazy every next game. Then like originally like. You know, from Halo 1 to Halo 2, it's like, dang, this is crazy. Halo 2 to Halo 3, crazy.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
like from Halo 3 to Halo 5, it's like gen is changing, but the same game is kind of being had right here. It's kind of like boring if you ask me. Compared to a game that's like Apex, I feel like the fighting style and like the shooting style, the way it feels when you get hit by a bullet or anything, is just way different than any other like shooter game that you've played or I've played personally. So it's like, I feel like that was what was missing from video games. Like Call of Duty, it's like we can all get a different gun and maybe you're more impervious to like an explosion or something. But Apex is like, yeah, she can jump up in the sky, homie can drop a shield, homie can throw a ratchet strap over here. Like, I'm just trying to see more out of these video games, bro. They got the time, the money, and the creators over there to be doing some out of this world stuff, and they're very in this world still.
I love whenever people bring up Apex. I love it just because the story behind the devs who made the game. You know that team who made Apex and Titanfall, those are the original people who got fired after making Modern Warfare 2. So they're the same team that had that big ass lawsuit with Activision, because I don't know what the fuck happened, but they fucking made that legendary game. There's a reason why that game never had updates too. Like when One Man Army was fucking broken and all the noob tubes, people were like, why the fuck didn't you fix the game? It's because of that lawsuit. So they're like,
what happened? What, they all got fired and shoot each other?
It wasn't that they got fired. I definitely think it's just business shit, money shit, and they're probably like, bro, like we just made this juggernaut game and you're not giving us that cut that we deserve.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, we're gonna fucking leave. And the dude, his name's Vince Sambella. He's the dude who runs that studio, and he's just grabbed him and his teammates. Like, all right, we're fucking out. We're gonna go create our own little studio, and then they fucking made Titanfall. Incredible fucking game. Titanfall is an incredible game that is so underrated that so many people do not fucking play.
No,
so fucking good. And then they made Apex. They finally struck gold with Apex. Battle Royale was hot. They struck gold with this one.
Literally take Apex and put it into Halo.
Yeah.
That's what makes the big difference.
And that's what I really like about it, because like, I don't know, just everything about it, even the sounds that Apex makes. Like when you get hit or something, it's just like, bro, this seems so realistic. Like this is the most realistic shooter I've ever played. Like Call of Duty is like thwack dead. Halo's like controller vibrates a little bit. Like after I get hit for like 30 seconds, I'm dead. But Apex is like, every bullet sounds different when it's hitting you. You're like, I don't know. The game's just
I want to play some Apex right now.
Apex has definitely been the longest like shooter that I've held on to.
Dope.
Like,
I'm happy to hear that, bro, because I know we've been friends for so long, bro, and you played video games, but you were never super into them. So it's cool as fuck to see you like playing Apex and like really enjoying that shit. I love it.
And you know what always broke my heart is I feel like I was the bigger gamer. Obviously, I am the bigger gamer in the house, and I feel like it ruined his experience playing games because like I would be playing Skyrim or God of War or whatever, and then he'd like we would play in the living room. Like no one had screens in their rooms yet, so I'd play in the living room, and he'd come in. Oh man, that's gonna happen. Okay, and like it would ruin it for him.
Saw you. I don't really need to play it anymore.
Yeah. So it ruined it for him. That's why I always felt bad. But seeing him play Apex, it's like cool. Now I know my brother's back on track.
Yeah, like let's get it. Yeah,
nice
I love that.
I also like just like the competitive nature of it too, because I like just like mine. It's like I'm like 2K, Madden type homie. Like that's all day. I would always play those games, but Apex is like this is still very competitive.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, y'all can kill me if y'all want, but is Fortnite still cool?
It depends on like how old you are.
It's still very
it's still
huge.
big.
Yeah,
it's definitely
yeah.
still big.
I remember I tried to play that with some cousins. Like I went back home, just like he's probably like 7, and it was just like and I was like, I'm trying, I couldn't do it. I tried to play like 2 times, and I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Like, way too much going on in that game.
Yeah.
I can't. I tried to play that shit for a little bit, and I was like, this is just not for me.
They have one of those games in like VR. Could you imagine playing Fortnite in VR?
Have season?
No. Yeah. With all that fucking building shit, fuck that.
And you can like have
no, bro.
Yeah, it looks stupid.
You're moving your head. Like no, bro.
Yeah, Fortnite's like half big, half kind of gone, but they still like do these live events. Like they did the thing with Travis Scott a while back,
that was big,
and that's like I think that's
was
what's
insane.
big.
That was insane, yeah.
But they also keep taking over really good characters. Like they took Master Chief, they have Lara Croft now. Like they keep taking all these major franchises and throwing them in there, and it's like
that's the new advertisement right there. That's the new ads. It's right there.
Well, let's wrap up with this little nerd test. It's really only one question. Well, the answer's right there, so try not to look. Did you play Skyrim? No? Okay.
So, no.
I didn't even play Skyrim, nigga.
Is this the game where it's like you gotta like make your own little character? Like some choose, you could be like a half elf type shit if you want to?
Yeah.
I did it for like 2 days.
Okay. Yeah, I figured everybody played Skyrim at least when it came out because it's on everything. So I imagine everyone's at least played it once.
I've never played it.
Here's the question: You've never played Skyrim?
To be honest, I ain't really play like that, but I would watch Jimmy play when I would go with, you know, you go to somebody and they be like, oh man, I'm playing this new game. I was like, well, I'm gonna watch for a little bit, I guess. I ain't got nothing else to do. Sure. My mom gonna drop me off. So I mean,
I can't leave. I'm stuck.
This should be very interesting because I obviously am gonna really win this one because I feel like I'm the only one who knows.
Well, you know who chose the game.
Well, it's because it's that nerdy of a question. It's that nerdy of a question. What is the name of the character that you play in Skyrim?
Oh, the dude with the horns on the cover of the case.
Name is Dragonborn. Now, if you want to,
if you would have gave me some more time,
I'm lying.
But I was like, that sound right though.
Dragonborn is the name of the character. Now, here's the bonus question: What is it in Dragon Tongue?
You want me to speak Dragon Tongue? What? Yeah. Khaleesi.
So the commercial says the Dragon Tongue is the Dovahkiin thing when Fusro Da when he shoots the homie away. The name of the guy is Dovahkiin. That's how you would say it in Dragon Tongue. So I just want to see if any of you knew that, but
hell no.
Basically, you won.
I did win, so I'm clearly the nerdiest one here, which doesn't win you anything.
I have a question that is not hard, but definitely nerd test. I want to see if y'all know this.
Okay.
What's Master Chief's AI's name?
Ooh,
Cortana.
That's the point.
Did you know?
No, I did not. Well, this ain't. What color are the Targaryens' eyes in the books?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say blue.
I'm gonna say orange.
I'm gonna say gold.
Purple.
Oh,
way
no.
off. Purple
That's
fucking
tight. That's tight. That's fucking tight. What the hell?
Going with that.
That's tight.
You got another question?
I like this. That was dope. I like this.
Had to come up with something.
I wasn't even ready for that one. All right, Madden 2006. The game came with the demo on it. What demo was on that game?
Hold on.
Are you for real?
I believe in so much.
2006 came with the demo.
Had demos.
So you could play the game as like you buy Madden and you complete the demo.
Yeah,
so
they had like a little thing on there, and you play demo of another game. What game was it?
Give me 3 guesses. Was it another sports game?
Was it a racing game?
Yes.
Need for Speed.
No.
Midnight Club.
Only one option left, boys. Really?
Was it Forza?
2006. Talking about Burnout, baby.
Oh, Burnout! Yes! Good fucking game for the time. That was a good one.
Bro, I used to be my favorite game. I'm like,
Burnout's so much fun.
Yeah.
Burnout was a
I
classic.
loved that, dude.
Did you really get hooked on it because you had the demo?
Bro,
And
I would have
your mom, I need to get
I'm
this.
not even playing Madden. I'm going on the demo. You got one little race, then you have to restart it, and I'm like, restart that?
Let's run it back.
Yes, sir. I like that little trivia right there.
That was fun, yeah. That was dope. I like
We all
that.
had something.
We can do one more round if you want.
I'll
When
have
we
some.
close out. We're right there. One more round? I don't have a question yet, so if anyone has a question, go ahead.
I mean, Charles, if you got something. Because what would be nerdy?
Let me see.
I was trying to think if I could come up with a deep Marvel cut that I would have deep.
We got all these games right here in front of us too that homies could be drawing from, but I can't see any of them because they're on the other side.
I should have thought of some trivia questions.
Okay.
This might be the
what do we
most
got?
fun part.
What do we got over there? Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Name the. This isn't too nerdy. Name the 2 main characters of The Last of Us. You can't.
Joel and Ellie. I didn't even play that game.
Nice.
Never.
He didn't know.
Would have never.
I think you're gonna love the show that they're making on HBO.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You'll like the show.
Didn't they cast the guy from
the Pedro homie?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Let's
good,
go.
bro.
Sure.
Yeah, he's gonna.
He's
play that
he's
character
fucking
really
good. So
I'm excited for that.
excited for that to come out. How many? Ooh, I was gonna say how many movies are in the fucking Marvel? How many movies are in the Marvel universe?
That's a good question.
It ain't 27.
I'm pretty sure it's 28.
Nah, bro, y'all
That's
bugging.
my best
I think
guess.
it's like 22.
No, it's like 28.
It's like 22. You are bugging.
Dude, it's 28. There's a Shaz
28.
Include the Incredible Hulk.
Are you talking about like even Blade too?
No, I'm not. No, I was just saying like this MCU that they got going.
In the MCU.
You know what's bad? I listened to a whole podcast and they broke down each movie in the MCU.
It says 23, so I was off.
Yeah, I was off too. What'd you say? You said 22.
I said 22.
Closest.
I was the closest.
There you go.
All right.
Well, I'm saying that's the cast.
I mean, well, it could be something easy. It could just be like chronologically, what's the first movie in the MCU? But I mean, that's an easy one.
Chronologically?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold on. I know the answer to that.
Of course, that's
Captain America? No?
It's the worst movie that they ever made.
Thor: The Dark World.
Captain Marvel. The time.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
No, but she's in the 90s. Captain America's in the 40s.
You might be right, but I think it starts a little bit before.
You said the worst movie they ever made. I said Thor: The Dark World.
I thought it was
and you said Captain Marvel.
Yo, man, hey. Captain Marvel was bad, but I thought
it wasn't bad. What do you mean?
You're right. You liked it?
Yeah, I went to go see it.
Out of here.
I went to go see it in the theaters, man. You know.
What did you like about it?
You never saw it?
Like
it was kind of boring.
Young Sam Jackson, the skull and the Kree.
Okay, I will give you there were cool elements. What ruined that movie for me completely was the woman.
Ah, he don't like women.
He said, "Was the woman?"
What?
What's her name?
This right now.
You said, "Was the woman?"
I hated Brie Larson, actress.
He said the main thing I didn't like about the movie was the woman.
The woman. I didn't say women. That would have been a whole other.
Then she had another stupid little friend.
Yeah.
Women. Women can't be heroes.
It's nothing like that. There definitely can be women heroes, but her cockiness just ruined that entire movie.
She's the strongest person in the universe.
But she doesn't know that! She can't start the movie. Man, fuck you guys. I'm the strongest person in the world. I don't even know how to control my powers, but I'm the fucking...
I can't control it because I'm that nigga. Come on, man. When you out here...
I mean, she was also being trained by that.
Yeah, come on.
Groups of
By
people.
Jude Law.
Yeah, they were training her since she was young.
It's just like...
I felt like it was a cop-out.
I think of her personality.
I mean, they literally made it just so she could come in and fucking
save the.
It's an actual character. What do you mean?
I know, but there's
that.
a reason why Captain Marvel came out literally right before Endgame.
Because Kevin Feige's got 5D chess going on in his head, and he's been playing this for years.
Oh yeah. I know. But it's like they had to introduce a character to literally help
like
beat
a 10-year plot
Thanos.
line, or however long the plot line is of all these movies. It's like for like one of the main pieces to come into play like right before the last movie comes out, and I'm talking about like a couple months or like even a year before. It's like that just seems so.
It was.
That should put her like way sooner in the category to where it's like we can.
Yeah, she should have.
She seemed like a cop out to me. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll say this about Captain Marvel. I didn't hate the movie, but what I didn't like is that movie felt definitely Phase 1 Marvel movie. Yeah, it felt like you were watching Iron Man 1
because it's an introduction story.
I know, but I just like we're so especially when Endgame is coming out in 2 months, and I have to watch this so I could keep up with the story. I'm like, come on, bro.
The same story I've been growing with since I was 10 years old.
Y'all niggas just gave me Infinity War. And I gotta watch this after Infinity War, right? And then 2 months before Endgame, I was like, eh.
And I'm watching that before Infinity War, still thinking, what happened to the other half of the world? And I'm dealing with this shit.
Yeah, you're dealing with this story that.
Like I said, I still haven't even seen that movie, and yet the whole Avengers plot line, with the exception of her existence, still works. Like nothing else. All that movie would have done for me is explain like exactly how she got to meet the Avengers, but it didn't like do anything else other than that.
She didn't meet anybody in that movie. I mean, besides Samuel Jackson.
Damn, that'd be a cool one.
What?
I just had to go look it up to make sure it was the same guy. Dang, it'd be real. It'd be too hard to name a voice actor. Never mind. Because it'd be a good hint, but it was just like the guy who voiced Kronos. What's his name in God of War? Kratos. He voiced Kratos and a deep cut. He was D-Mob and a Def Jam. And Def Jam Fight for Vendetta.
I wouldn't have known that. That's cool.
Damn.
Christopher Judge's name. He was all in like a Stargate. Yeah.
I've seen what he looks like. I just don't know the fucking name. Yeah. Have you guys seen Mid-90s?
Yeah.
That fucking Atreus is that kid. The son of Kratos is fucking the kid from Mid-90s.
Really?
Yeah. He voiced him.
Huh.
He voiced him.
That's very interesting.
It's like after I found that out, it's funny because he looks like his human part. Like the Mid-90s kid looks like fucking
I think
Atreus.
it's because they do motion capture now. When it comes to games, they like 100% have moved to motion capture. Red Dead, like all of the people who did the voices look just like their characters.
Yeah.
All because of the motion capture. Which I'm guessing it must be easier than actually animating it anymore.
We could honestly keep talking for so much.
We really could, but we definitely got to cut it because what? That time up there is how long we been up there.
Yeah, it's about to be 6. That's a wraps.
No, we started at 4. Shit, we better cut this.
4:30.
4:30.
About an hour and a half. Had a few little difficulties, but
we love you guys. Thanks
So
for
if I
tuning
play
in.
a song on there, would it just pick it up on the speakers?
Yeah, I forgot we're gonna let Jalen play track. Let's get on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But will it just play through the speakers automatically?
I hope so. We'll find out. I'll keep my stream right here.
DJ D-Rick.
Better play a hot track for you.
Yeah, so Jalen's gonna drop. What song are you planning on playing?
Something new.
Okay.
World
premiere.
premiere.
Riggedy.
World premiere.
Let me move all this stuff, boys. We gotta clear out. Give us about 5 minutes.
Nah.
Oh, you're gonna just do it right here?
I'm not about to perform. I'm playing it, cuz.
Oh, playing and just chatting.
Let's go!
That's so funny that it holds it too. Oh my gosh.
Air horn.
One of the best things I've ever downloaded on the phone.
No, I bet you use that on the regular, don't you?
I do. For no reason.
Alright, let's see here.
Look like lame again.
Okay.
Did I play the air horn through side running?
Look like lame
Yeah,
again.
let's see. We're going. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and give that a try. Hopefully this is still running. I can see the audio.
Yeah.
We're waiting while you wait. Wow, that's a good delay, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And the track's already playing, so hopefully.
I don't hear Nathan.
Not a thing.
Man, yep. Definitely should be playing.
I don't know if it'll work. Then.
Oh, you see on that little box right there to the left? So right here, I had midnight conversations right there. I don't know if that's not what I'm playing. Well, can you take this because it's already filed and ready?
Well,
Because this is just
Well,
had a good run.
Just drag the file or whatever.
Hey man, you said there were beers in the fridge. I looked at your fridge. Didn't see one.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, where's the beers at?
They're in the bottom drawer.
My bad. I didn't see where it's at. They in the fridge, though. Ha
I ain't gonna lie, man. I look pretty good.
Just gone all the way through his fucking fridge.
Also, not gonna lie, man. Look pretty big on this live stream. You know, like looking pretty beefy.
No, you definitely are.
I'm looking chubs like always.
You know, man. I see you got a fresh cut.
Yes.
You know, man. I see the beard's looking
You know
crisp.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Crisp,
saying?
boy.
You know what I'm saying?
I see why you're trying to get in this one tonight.
We out here, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying I'm feeling a little different tonight.
And she said I'm all she ever wanted, so idolizing while you leave me on red. I know you got it, I know you want it sometimes. So wait, you know you got something, marijuana fragrance on. Ain't no way of stopping, ain't no changing. Marijuana scent, that is my fragrance. By the way, they call me Jalen. And Cohill spinning verses at the whip, girl, got a wheel. Two shots and now you wanna let off. This is my stop, I gotta get off. When I'm on the road, this is a text goodbye. We loved you, lost you, cut ties. Fold your money, you know I got you right. You know I got you right. Somebody better treat you right. For now, I'm missing tracks up at the basement. Oh, my outside. And she said all she ever wanted, brand new mans and brand new fragrance. We was close and now you say this. All my songs are on your playlist. Pump this, now we on the road smoking. Hold my hand and now you won't joke with me. But where will you? You hide on what they didn't tell you. You hide on I can change your mind. You hide on what they didn't tell you. You hide on where they leave you. You hide on. You I don't know, when they pass right by, you I don't know. You I don't know. I can paint your picture with 1,000 words. I can make my mind and I won't tell you first. secrets that you hold, nobody else knew. Alright, you in a night, yeah. Smoke this rose, you know you want someone. Got this girl, I know I can't hold on to you long, but I wanna know. 15 minutes, do they go slow? Fame is a drug and it do not last, so take this shot and you make it count this long. This time, girl.
That's it, baby. We're out of this hoe.
That's the cast.
Thanks for
Season
tuning
1.
in.
Season 10's a
It's
wrap,
a
baby.
wrap. It's a wrap. Cohill, let's go.
Doug, appreciate it. Catch you on the next season, baby. Appreciate it.